Well, this is number 4 in the series of videos about local lake information close to Ashland, Kentucky. I'm going back to Yatesville, but I'll be going to the Greenbrier Ramp today. So directions from Ashland really won't change until you get to Louisa, and I'll show that in the video. We had another crappy couple of days of weather. It poured the rain Friday night and Saturday morning early, and now it's in the 40s. So whether or not I'll catch any fish, I have no idea. We're going to try, but it's a spring day. I won't say it's a beautiful spring day, but it's a little bit chilly. And anyway, we'll at least get you some ideas on where you can fish from the bank there around Greenbrier, and hopefully catch a few fish. So let's get out there and see what happens. Okay, to get to the Greenbrier Ramp at Yatesville, this is that same intersection where the Castle gas station is, and last video I turned right at the light, but for the Greenbrier Ramp you will go straight through this light. So keep going past the Exxon station, McDonald's, just keep going straight, and I'll show you the turnoff here in a little bit. Just after you crest the hill from that gas station we passed, you'll see an exit up here, and you want to turn right on the exit, and you'll see another sign that says Yatesville Lake State Park Campground and Golf Course. So you're turning right onto 32. You'll come around the exit, and when you get to the bottom of this exit, you'll be turning right on 32 West, headed toward Blaine. Once on 32 West, you'll be on this road for a few miles, and then you'll see a sign that tells you to turn for the campground and the golf course. You'll see a sign for 3215, and that will be the road you want to turn on, going toward the campground and the golf course. This is 3215 coming up here on the right. There's a sign that says Yatesville Lake State Park Campground and Golf Course. You'll be turning right onto 3215, and this will take you to the Greenbrier Ramp. This is for the bank fishermen. I will be driving past the ramp, and there is another area you can access for bank fishing. Just as a side note, there is also a riding stable up ahead for those folks who enjoy riding horses, and right there is the riding stables. It's Lawrence County Horse Park for those who are interested. Now I'm coming down a hill, and this is the Greenbrier boat ramp, and we'll be back here in a little bit. You can tell not near as crowded as the main boat ramp by the marina, but there is a road off to the left here. Now it's blocked off, but if you follow that around on foot, that would take you over to the lake, and you could fish there. I do see people fishing off that side of the lake, and there are areas where you can access that for bank fishing. This is the campground, and I'm going to be turning right, going away from the campground toward Lawrence County Park. And let's just see if we can find the lake from here. I have never been this way before. So you can see this is called Pleasant Ridge Park, and you're going to want to go to the right toward Lakeshore Drive. So this is Hilltop Drive, and we're heading toward Lakeshore Drive. All right, this reminds me of Carter Caves. This is going down the Billy Goat track, but right there you will see is the lake, and there is a parking area. Looks like actually there's a beach here. So The sign says no fishing or swimming from the dock, so I'm not sure exactly what all you can or cannot do. There is a kayak launch, there is handicap fishing, so you can't park or fish off this dock, but this is the lake, and I'm going to show you kind of where it all goes around this way. You can see that there is plenty of areas down here, and they do rent kayaks and pedal boats. There is a sign on the side of the road that says no parking, so you can't just drive here. I'm going to guess you either have to have a cabin or you park back there and then just you'd have to walk. Here's a little dock there, and that's for handicapped wheelchair fishing only. And then this road here is for tent reservations only. I'm going to go around here. So if you like to camp in a tent, you would have the ability to come here, bring your tent, and as you can tell, there is a lot of bank access. And just like I was afraid, the lake looks like chocolate milk. So my guess is I'm not going to catch a whole lot of fish today, but you know, screw it, whatever, do what I can. So this is tent camping only. So you cannot, well, I'm assuming you're not allowed to come back here and just park and fish. You'd have to check with Yatesville and see. There is areas back here where you could camp with your tent. They're restricted to tenters only. So there's not really access for bank fishermen here unless you want to camp in a tent. And there's lots of nice sites here, so you definitely could do that. And then you can see the lake is literally right there, so you would have plenty of bank access if you brought your tent and spent the weekend or just spent a Friday or Saturday night to fish. I hope that helps. There's just not a whole lot of bank access back here. There is some, but it's reserved, it looks like, for tent campers and then for cabin people. But we'll go up this way and see what it says too. So where the beach is, you can see it down there, there is a parking area up here. So I'm assuming you could come and park here. There's nothing that says this is for cabins or tent campers only. So this looks like an area of recreation. It looks like there are parking spaces, so you could park here. And I'm going to drive this little road here that goes in front of the lake, bound by the cabins, so you can kind of see what's down this way. And I have seen people fishing down here before. Yeah, and here's some parking here. Let's see what these signs up here say. They say kayak launch, no parking, but I guess you could park over there. And there's no parking on the side of the road here, so you'd have to park in designated areas. But this would all give you access to fish the bank here, and this goes for a while. There are no parking signs up though, so just be aware. It just says no parking, it doesn't say no fishing. So yeah, these signs all say no parking. And so you could have this whole area. You can see how, I don't know what it is, but it's a large area. And you can't park here, so you have to park back toward the back and walk this way. But if you put on a fishing backpack, you'd be fine. There are lots of dudes fishing. Don't know if they're catching, but they're fishing. Yeah, this whole area says no parking. No open fires, but again, now here is an area of, it's a turnaround, I suppose. Now this area here says no through traffic, so I'm guessing it dead ends at those cabins. Now this does not say no parking, but I don't know if it's just for a turnaround or not. So I really can't say yes you can fish here, or no you, or park here, or no you can't park here. It's a little bit beyond what I know about this lake, but you could walk the bank and fish here, it looks like, because there is parking on back down this way. I am just not sure about access once everything opens up again. You know, they have a gate that opens and closes, so that whole area back there may be for cabins and for tent campers only. I'm not 100% sure, and there's no one here to ask right now. So someone in the comments may know if you can actually fish down there. I mean, I've seen people fishing, but they could be camping or staying in a cabin. Okay, this is Greenbrier Ramp. There is parking over here for, I guess, access to that road that comes around. There, when the water is at full pool or summer pool, there's not a lot of bank fishing area here. There is some, and I'll show it to you just right here. So this is Greenbrier Ramp, and that area right over there, I know you can bank fish from. It's limited here, obviously, but there is some area. I see people fishing there quite often when I'm here. I'll tell you the depth out there, it's not super deep. Of course, farther from the bank, there is a little bit deeper channel. But over on this other side, that's over in there, there's a road. You can't see it from here. You can walk that road, and that will take you on around, and there are areas there where you can bank fish too, but you would have to walk that road. So put your hiking shoes on if you want to fish over there. And really, other than that tent camping area, which I'm just not certain about, that's really about it here at Greenbrier. That area I was talking about where you could bank fish at Greenbrier, it was crowded this morning, so thought I'd give you some depths here. This is about 9 foot deep. Probably going to add 3 to 5 feet to it. So all this out in here is 9 feet. All the way through here, going around, still 9 feet. So it's not super shallow here. There are weeds that come up in the summertime. I'm 8 feet here, just so you kind of know the depths and things. It's all still around 8 to 9 feet right here off the bank, so pretty good deal. Let's see here, still 8 feet, so I'm very close to the shore right now. Jumped up to 7 feet here, so off this little point right here, it's about 6 foot deep, so it gets a little bit shallower right in here. So I'm at 6 feet here. Coming on out, still 6 feet. Interesting. So still 6 feet. Now I went to 7, so there's like a little hole. So that's a good thing. Yep, it goes right down there. It goes from 6 feet down to 8. So off the point over here, it's 6 feet, but in through here it's 8 to 9 feet. So there's a little hump right there, I guess, or a little channel maybe, and all through here is 8 to 9 feet deep. So I hope that helps. Okay, this has been a fun getting started, but anyway, this is for bank fishermen. There's a little road that comes down through here that ends right there, and that would provide you with a little bit of access to fishing. It's about 14, 15 foot deep right here. So you're going to add, right now the lake is actually up with all the rain, so probably add maybe 3 or 4 foot. So there's actually a little drop off. It's 9 foot right here, and it drops down to 10 foot over here, and then goes on down below that. So just to give you an idea, that is one of the little paths you could take to bank fish. And as I come around this little cove, remember that road I talked about? Now I have seen people fishing down through here. off the bank, and you can see a area right there that's kind of cleared out. So you can fish this little cove. It's not super deep, so I'm 8 to 10 foot deep probably, and right now I'm in 6 foot of water, so you add 4 or 5 feet to that. But that area down there, you can fish all through there, but that especially right there, I've seen guys fishing there. And then there's another little area right to the right of me. It's only about 4 or 5 foot deep here, and I'm going out toward the middle. It's still just 6 foot deep. 6 foot deep. Now right in here there's a channel that drops off, and it's going down to 7 foot, 8 foot, and in fact I want to fish that channel. It's down to 9 foot deep here. I have no idea. The wind's picked up. I hate the wind. I'm in 11 foot of water now. So right out in here, if you can tell, I'm kind of basically right in the middle. There's a channel. It's down to 12 foot deep and almost 13 feet. So toward the middle there's a channel. On both sides of it, it's only 4 or 5 foot deep. But there is access here to fish. These banks are pretty tough, but I can see a path right up this way that comes around, and I guess it comes over. There's a creek down there, and then it brings you on around to this side. Well, I finally got the skunk off. Lordy day. It's not a bad little bass. It's probably about 10, 12 inches. Caught on an Ed rig again. I've thrown several things today, and he hit that right near the boat. So, alright. No skunk today. Sheesh. It's tough. It's about 40 some degrees, maybe high 40s, windy. And the water, as you can tell, is very murky. So, we'll see if we catch some more. Alright, well, not huge. It's interesting. They're almost wanting me to swim this thing rather than work it along the bottom. He's a little smaller. But, all right, well, number 2. Well, he's very big, but he's something. Okay, this is just crazy. He hit that like a normal net rig. All right, well, finding something finally. I've been here, Lord, I guess this is 3 hours fishing, and those are the first fish I've caught in 3 hours. So, and I've tried several different lures here. And this seems to be the one that's going to work. So, hallelujah. Oh, Lordy, come here. That's a little better one. Yeah, it's the biggest one. Biggest one of the year so far. Still got a little bit of red in his lips, not too much. Just out there, but oh shoot! Sorry, buddy. Well, good Lord. Yeah, not too bad at all. All right, that's something. Okay, working hard for him. Might be, oh man, crap. That was a little bit better one there. Dang it. That might be a little better one. Let's see. got here? Oh man, yes, that was a nice one. Daggone it. Much better one there. Should have got my net out. Very nice. God dang it. Jeez, Pete. Well, I missed the big one, but I catch the little ones. There you go. Wow. Smallest one of the year, I think. But it's fish. All right. Well, that wraps up this day. Caught a few. I'm really curious to see if the big one that got away, what every fisherman says, was captured on camera. I really hope it was. I'm kind of curious to see how big it might have been. But just kind of recapping everything, there are a few areas you can bank fish here at Greenbrier Ramp at Yatesville. I'm not sure about the Lawrence County Park area. That looks like it might be for camping only. But there is a beach down there, and it didn't say campers only, so there may be that one area you could go and park and then fish over there off the bank. Hope everybody had a very nice Sunday. It's been cold. It did clear up, but it never got above 50, I don't think. So anyway, get outside, enjoy the outdoors, and I'll see you on the next video. Well, I forgot again to tell you what I used today. Like last week, I caught, I think, most everything on the Ned rig, but I also caught some on Wacky Worm. I did throw 2 different crankbaits, one red, one kind of a chartreuse. I also tried swim bait and a larger profile Ned rig, but the smaller profile Ned rig seemed to be what worked. So hope that helps, and I'll see you in the next video.